tastes like a cardboard box and you know it, and there's nothing alive in there, and you're tricking yourself thinking that it's good for you anyway. Dead. You know? You're better off skipping your almond milk that day. You know? Because now they're saying that there's carrageenan in there, and they're saying that this is not a good thing for the intestines. It binds certain minerals, right? So it's like, and my husband's killing me because we've been making almond milk many years, because once my kids could sit up and eat and stuff, I started making almond milk almost every morning, and he's just like, how many days a week do I have to make this almond milk? And I say, go 4 or 5.
Can you actually make it and save it?
It lasts 2 to 3 days.
It does?
Yeah. I find it lasts more when you peel them. When you don't peel them, then I find that it goes quicker. But
so you don't have to peel them if you're going to
right.
do them that day?
You don't have to peel them if you're not going to use that pulp.
Okay.
Yeah?
Oh,
that saves it.
That is.
That saves it, right. She's all stressed out up all night peeling her almonds.
How about me peeling the hazelnuts?
Oh, right, she's trying to do the hazelnut. Okay, so milk, these are the milks that are the best ones that are good, right? Almond, pumpkin seed milk is very good. You can do sunflower, but I personally don't love the flavor of it, but that's okay, you might like it. Hazelnut milk. You don't peel the hazelnut. Almonds are the only one that you peel. The only ones that peel. Sesame milk is also a really good milk, but not good if you have any kind of candida, which most of us have a little bit of candida. Sesame milk is really good. And then there's quinoa milk, which we made last week. Remember we made a quinoa milk?
Yeah.
So this is that you have to sprout the quinoas the way you did for the Rejuvelect project. And then you take about 2 cups for a blender with water, blend, and then they're going to all go through this bag. So this is a milk bag. It's different from a sprout bag because the holes are very small. This is like Granny's pantyhose. Very, very, very sheer, right? Okay? And we sell them in here, or the sprout bags, we sell them cheaper than most places. So if I were you, I would buy some here because these are not in every health food store. Milk bags. They're not that easy to find, even in New York, right? Well, yeah, oats. Yeah, oats we stay away from too because they have some gluten in them. If you were going to do something with oats, you would want an oat groat, and you'd have to sprout it a little bit, right? Because the oats that are flat have been pressed and heated, so they're very dead. There's an oat groat, which is sort of like the buckwheat groat that you sow, and you can sprout, and you can just blend it and make like an oatmeal. You know, you don't have to make a milk out of it. You can make a milk too. But I wouldn't put that on a high list for something you do regularly. That would be like a once-in-a-while thing.
Yeah. And brown rice?
Yeah. Brown rice is hard to sprout, though, isn't it? I don't know. I've never been able. You've sprouted it? I've never sprouted brown rice. Yeah. Wild rice you can sprout, but I'm telling you, it's expensive, and if you're going to go through the sprouting, I would just make a peel-off for something and chew it and eat it, but it's hard. It's very hard to digest rice. Yeah. Rice is something that you slowly just want to, I know it was it for some people, for some of us, it was like the most important food in this table, you know, but it's really not a good thing for you. It creates a lot of inflammation in the colon. So the best nuts are those, the hazelnut, the pumpkin, the almond, maybe sunflower, maybe sesame, right? You have a big, and then the quinoa milk, okay? So
can you use the sprout bag instead of this one?
You can, but it'll a little bit of fiber will come through, and it won't be as clear of a milk to drink. That's the only difference. You could even make the milk here, and then add the fiber in with your smoothie and do it that way. You can eat that fiber. But if you want to make it a real clean milk, then you're going to see the difference, and this is how you're going to do it. Okay? So this is 2 cups of almonds that were soaked 24 to 48 hours. 48 even better. So the thing with this lifestyle, and I'm going to say it again on Thursday, is that you're organized, that you're thinking, you know, without being anxious. You have to always be thinking a day, 2, 3 ahead about what you're going to eat. I'd say 3. I like to think in 3s. And then when you get up into the 3 days, you're going to think about the next 3 days, you know, so you're not so anxious. But you want to soak almonds 2 days if you can, and it would be in the refrigerator in water. Say you soak it on a Friday night, and Saturday you can use them. Well, if you keep them outside in water, they can get funky. in the refrigerator too, you wanna change the water more often. Yeah, if you're gonna, let's say you know you want almond tomorrow morning and you didn't soak, you can soak that stuff at least 12 hours outside the refrigerator. Inside the refrigerator takes longer, but it's more safe and you don't have to worry about it. But anytime you see the water looking murky, at least once a day, I would change the water. Just change it, just pour it out, pour new water and put it away. That's something good to get used to. And let's say you went past 2 days and you didn't use your almonds, you used something else. Change the water. You might get 4 days out of it, 5 days. If you change the water, your almonds will still be okay. But if you just let them sit in the same water, they'll get rancid and start turning brown. And you don't want that because they're expensive almonds, right? When you soak them, remember Lalita was talking about, was that Friday of the sprout class? When you soak almonds, what should happen is that little tail. All these oily seeds, they don't need to be in a bag sprouting with big, like alfalfa, like the garden sprouts, right? They just need to soak, and what you would see is this tail would pop out, and that shows that these are alive. There's a lot of dead almonds right now. They're pasteurizing all the almonds that come to the States because some woman got E. coli, probably not even from an almond, but she said it was an almond. So now they're pasteurizing all the almonds, but you can still find ones that are alive. I don't know, they must get pasteurized very quick and not enough to kill it. But we're having definitely an almond thing going on. So I bought some at Trader Joe's in New York because I thought, well, these are cheaper and I want to make a lot of almond milk. And I soaked them, the peel wouldn't come off. And usually after at least 24 to 48 hours, you can just slide the peel off like this. I don't need to show you. I have some in the refrigerator if you want to see, but it just slides off. If you can't get that off and you don't see any tail, your almonds are probably not a good source. So you would, like I'm going to say, just blend them and make the milk, and don't keep buying from there because they've probably been over-pasteurized or sitting on the shelf too long, you know. And we need, we need to find a place where you're shopping, where a lot of people shop. That's why the Brooklyn Co-op is the best place for you, because, and you're going to meet more people thinking like you, and you go there and you're going to be getting almonds. Oh look, all these people are buying almonds every week, so you're going to get this rotation. You don't want to go into these little side hole-in-the-wall health food stores and look and see all this dust and buy those almonds, because that's telling you they've been sitting there too long, Okay, so find a good source. Okay, we're going to take 2 cups. On your paper, it says something like 1 cup of nut to 3 cups of water. That's about the ratio to make a nice milk. If you go down to 2, 2 to 2, 1 to 1, 1 to 1 is going to be a cream. 1 cup of almonds, 1 cup of water, almond cream. It's not going to be liquidy. It's going to be, that's delicious on berries, or on papaya, or on something, even in your soup, almond cream, right? You don't have to do Rejuvilac, just make it almond cream. Or you make a dressing like that, okay? Or 1 to 2 is going to make it like a semi-cream, thick. That would be good also with berries in the summer, right? Some strawberries and blueberries. 1 to 3 is more watery. Okay, so I have 2 cups, and I'm going to fill this, it should be, right, if I have 2 cups, how much water should I have? I should have 6 cups, right, of water.
Yeah.
It says 1 to 2 there? 1 to 2 is going to make a thick one.
No, it says 1 to 3.
Oh, it says 1 to 3. Right, it would be 6, but it's okay if we want to make it a little thicker for us to really enjoy the flavor, a little more creamy, right? So I'm going to put in 6 cups, but I won't be able to put 6. I think there's something with this blender I learned that you really don't want to add. You want to stop here. If you start adding here and put the top on, you're going to have it happened once, an explosion. So I'm going to see how much water can go to there.
If you hold the top, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
You can't stop.
Yeah, but it's
You
pretty
can't-
trembly.
You can't not hold the top and fill it up, because it'll blow the top. And if you stand there and hold it, it'll.
I do stand there, but I don't want to go. I notice when I go way up, it's like this. It scares me. No, I had one woman here last year, and she was so enthusiastic and wonderful. She was from Brooklyn, and she was like, I can do it, I can. And every time I tried to say to her, please lock it on, she wouldn't really lock it on. And she did sort of this, and she was like, I hear you, and I saw it, and I said, oh, and she had it really full, and it stayed in the hole. It went on everybody. But that's, at least it's not oily and cooked and slimy. Yeah, but definitely if you lock it on, you should be all right. Okay. I'll put a little bit more. So, what we were saying is, the pulp is gonna be a very delicious thing that we can make nice things. We can make crackers or cookies, the pulp, that white pulp of the almond. So I usually keep it and we peel all it. But if you know you're not gonna use the pulp, or she knows she has to be out in the morning fast, she's just gonna take a handful of almonds, some water, grind it, and put it through, and you'll be all right.
Can you freeze the pulp, or is that not good?
Well, you know what I did is, I dehydrated it, and so now, and then when I squished in the bag, I have almond flour. It's like, so I can use that for a cracker. So yeah, if you know you want it, but you don't think you can use it in the next 2 days, you dehydrate the pulp, you know? Or take the pulp right then and blend it with some flax and some red peppers and carrots and green onion and make a little cracker. You always have to have either flax or chia to hold it together. If you just had an almond cracker, you would need something else, whether it's a banana or a fig, that would be sweet, or flax or chia with it. Now this isn't the best combination, you know, but it's fun, and sometimes you gotta just let go and have fun, or else you'll be crazy thinking always of food combining, and
You're not locked in.
I'm not locked. Yes.
So what would you put in to make a nice almond cookie? Because I told you mine came out horrible.
You want it sweet?
Couldn't swallow it.
You want it sweet? Yeah, because almond, when it's dry, it's very, very thick. Right. Well, I would do, I like figs, and you have to re-soak. Do you want it sweet, or you want it cracker?
Yeah, I mean, I soaked dates.
Right, okay, so soak some dates, and the date water, you just cover it. So if you have dates to here, you just put the water to cover it, and let that soak a couple hours, take the pits out. And she could blend it with her almond pulp.
You blend it.
You have to blend it,
Okay.
maybe a little water. Now, that might be enough to hold up the dates, but you could put a little bit of flax, not blended, soaked flax,
Okay.
and a lot of cinnamon. That would be a good cracker,
Okay.
right? Or banana and almond and cinnamon.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That's good. So this is the milk. Watch how nice it looks, right? So you're gonna, that's it. You're gonna have your bag ready over a bowl or a pitcher or something, and then just pour it out. It looks like real milk, right? But you all know this is the real milk. I mean, if you can't visualize yourself sucking off the cow, then you shouldn't be drinking the milk. The milk, my kids even say, isn't that milk for the baby cows? And I say, yeah, but the industry is pumping. You know, the cow would not keep creating milk unless somebody is giving her injections of hormones to tell her body there's a baby, there's another baby, and she's just being milked to death, you know. So it doesn't even make sense organically to do it. You know, some people say, well, I don't want the hormones in the milk. Yes, but even milk, we're the only people, the only animals that are still drinking milk past when the teeth come in, you know. Other creatures, they feed on the mother, and then they're done after a couple of years, and then they move on.